Stratford, Connecticut, home of the Haunted Collector. In Season 1, 8 out of our 12 cases were residential ones, and it just so happened that one of them was here.
Hi, I'm Donna Wagner. I'm a hairdresser. Back in 2011, John and the team helped me out with some problems at the house. At the time, we were experiencing noises, voices, apparitions. The second floor was empty at the time. It had scared tenants away. They were being harassed and physically harmed. I already had an understanding of the paranormal, and because of that, I realized this was too much for me to handle. And it is okay to reach out for help, and that's what I did.
So it's been 5 years. Life's a little hectic, but I did Haunted Collector, got a great opportunity to work with John, Brian, Amy, and Chris, and I get here when I can.
Living in Stratford for 20 years, John Zappis is a known name in town, reputable, good at what he does. I was comfortable contacting him to help us out with our problems.
John already had over 3 decades of reputation going into Haunted Collector, and now he's got his kids, he's got me, and he's got Beth.
Going from working with John for so many years and then transitioning over to TV, I definitely wasn't prepared for it. I was a little shell-shocked. The process itself, we were so used to the things that we did. We would go and do our investigation, and we kind of had just a way that we did things. And with TV, you can't do it exactly like that because there's so many other things that are going on.
One thing I'd like people to know is John, Chris, the whole team, they're such personable people.
The first season was a lot of fun for us, and I'm sure you could see that from the way we joke around and cut loose, but trust me, there's plenty you didn't see.
We horsed off a lot, or we'd get in the car and just leave, pretend like we were leaving, or...
We live in an age of pop culture references. I quote movies unconsciously, pretty much all the time. But on the show, I took it a step further.
Without fail, Brian would try so hard to get the production to let us say, just in one episode, what's in the box, because we would watch 7 and that's the best line from that movie. But they wouldn't let us do it.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
I've always felt that balance is important. So many of the cases we work on are dark. We're dealing with people's lives, we're dealing with fear. And I found a valuable tool to offset this is humor. So we like to infuse that when we can, but when it's time to get serious, we get serious.
My name's Marissa Holt, and I currently live in the upstairs apartment. I've seen the episode, and I haven't really experienced anything.
The fact that there was no upstairs tenant at the time of the investigation made things a lot easier. Despite the things that happened up there, we were still led downstairs. Of course, where else but into a crawl space.
When Brian pulled that bottle out of the crawl space in the cellar, we closed it up, and we've been happy to leave it closed since. We have not been back in.
The remnants of the bottle we removed are still on display at John's Museum of the Paranormal.
In the past 6 years, things have calmed down so much around here. Occasionally, we'll hear something. If someone's moving in or out, changes, minor renovations around the house, we'll notice that they're still here a little, but things have been very quiet and calm. I would just like to say to anyone out there, if you're experiencing paranormal, anything that you aren't comfortable with, don't be afraid to reach out for help. It's there. I appreciate the fact that John, Brian, Chris, and Amy, they have all checked in with me throughout the past couple years to make sure everything was going well, that I was okay. They treat me as a real person, not just a show or their job. They actually care about everyone they work with.
Filming Haunted Collector was one of the best experiences that I've ever had. I wouldn't take it back for anything. We had a lot of fun. Definitely got to build the bonds that I had with Amy and Chris and Brian, and we're all still really good friends, which is the best part.
At the end of the day, I really do believe it's those bonds that we made, those bonds that we keep to this day, both with the cast, the crew, as well as the people we helped out. Haunted Collector is about family, and I think that's what made it so special.